Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore podcast. The podcast reviews movies and talks that nerd shit. I had a burp. Sorry, Brad. I had like a burp stuck in there. As always, this is Nerds. You got to hear the host, Sean Alonso, our wonderful co-host, Brad Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody? We're going to wonderful Thursday night.
Live
Thursday
early
fight night.
And ad-free.
Yeah.
Over on patreon.com/nerdcore, where you can get this episode live early and ad-free before anybody else gets to watch it. Apparently, at this point, a week in advance. Sorry. Hey, the patrons are the ones who truly get the best deal out of this. Yeah. By the way, you have a patron who has a bone to pick with you, Brad.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw your brother actually commented. So, I'm going to keep saying shit that makes people angry because you apparently fucking comment when I do that. And
Brad's like,
just anymore.
And if I can get him into the live chat, even better.
Even better. Like, bring him in. Like, I will say some stupid shit.
Yep.
Although I don't believe what I said was stupid. I believe if you caught the rest of that, had I watched like the whole however many episodes of Gundam, I would have understood the dialogue in this movie. But since I hadn't done that,
my brother did admit that he did not finish listening to the episode.
Okay.
So he probably stopped there just to comment.
Talking out his ass.
Just like you are.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell your brother you're talking out his ass, so he can leave another comment.
Yeah.
So Stacy's not the only fucking one.
Yeah. 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 Well, that review will be up tomorrow, I think. Maybe. Oh no, tomorrow is Full Metal Alchemist. So it'll be up on Saturday for you guys.
Or maybe Monday, because Monday's a holiday.
Yeah, Brad, how are you doing, man?
I'm all right. I'm surviving.
Yeah.
Fucking worked.
Working?
So, yeah.
All right, man. That's all.
That's really it. I have nothing else. I have nothing else to comment because I spend 10 hours a day working.
Yeah. Well, you could just, what's it called? When did you watch this movie?
When did I watch this movie? I watched this movie yesterday.
Okay.
Last night.
You don't have to go to work tomorrow?
No.
Thankfully, right?
I have to call in for like 30 minutes for something, but that's it.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's just me being fucking nice.
Yeah. You're like I don't think these motherfuckers need more of my time.
Mm.
Well, Brad, that look, man. What's it called? I hope you have a fun 4-day weekend.
Me too.
Yeah, you do get Memorial Day off, right?
Yes. So
thank God.
Yeah, Brenda actually gets that day off too. So
nice. Well, I mean, Brenda also had like a mini vacation this last weekend, so
yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, I went up to she had a mini vacation away from me. Yeah, because I went up to away for a bit.
Yeah,
for like 2 days.
Yeah, but
the Menzingers.
I went ahead and I what's it called? Had nothing else to do today.
You did go to the gym.
Yes, I worked out. I went ahead and I made some more salsa today. I ate some chicken tacos. That is all I've done today. Tomorrow I have my blood test. Yeah, I watched this movie. Tomorrow I have my blood test, so I'm gonna what's it called? I can't eat breakfast tomorrow when I wake up, so I'm gonna be a little bit cranky. But other than that,
what's new?
Shut the fuck up.
You shut the fuck up. Yeah. Cranky bastard.
But I mean, other than that, Brad, just chilling. We're gonna be doing Last of Us after this, so I'm excited to talk about that episode.
We're gonna be doing more than that useless dialogue in Char's counterattack.
Yeah, apparently. Shut the fuck up, Brad. You fucking troll. You're such a troll, Brad.
I know.
Yeah. Well, Brad, let's just go ahead.
Hey, I've mellowed. Find me in 2012. I was a troll then.
Yeah. So Brad, let's go ahead and talk about this film, man. I'd say, you know, I don't know, Brad. You were alive. You were younger for this. Did you watch it when you were younger?
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
watched this. I wasn't that much younger.
You were
God,
born in '86, Brad.
yeah, I know.
You're almost like 11 years old when this came out.
Was I?
Yeah, it's 1997.
I was 26.
Brad, you were born?
This was 2012. You said.
No, this movie is from 1997.
Oh, 97. Oh no, I didn't watch it then.
No, no.
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
Okay. Well, never mind. Let's go ahead and do this thing, Brad. So if you have not watched Princess Mononoke, you should probably get out of here. We care about spoilers, but if you don't care about spoilers or you've already seen the film, go ahead and stay. Either way, how it goes is your one and only spoiler warning is in effect after these words from our sponsors in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Today's episode of the Nerd Court is brought to you by SeatGeek. Whether you want to see your favorite band, sports team, or comedian, SeatGeek has you covered. We're proud to be partnering with SeatGeek to offer you $10 off your first order with code TheNerdCore. That's $10 off your first order at SeatGeek.com with code THENERDCORPS. So take a seat at your next live event with SeatGeek. Thank you. Now let's get back to today's video. So let me go ahead and start my long novel that I have to read. Princess Mononoke is a 1997 Japanese animated historical fantasy film written and directed by Hayao Miyazaki. Set in the Muromachi period of Japanese history, the film follows Ashitaka, a young Emishi prince who journeys west to cure his cursed arm, and becomes embroiled in the conflict between Irontown and the Forest of the Gods, as well as the feud between Lady Ibushi and the human girl raised by wolves named San. Produced by Toshio Suzuki, animated by Studio Ghibli, and distributed by Toho, it stars the voices of Yoi Matsuda, Yuriko Ishida, Yuko Tanaka, Kuro Kobayashi, Masako Nishimura, Tsunohiko Kamiyu, Akihiro Miwa, Mitsuko Mori, and Hisaya Morishige. And of course, Miyazaki began developing nerd concepts in 1980 and later considered basing a film on the Japanese literary classic, the Hoyoki, from 1212. God, that's a fucking long-ass fucking time. Elements of both evolved substantially into the eventual film. After taking a break to direct On Your Mark in 1995, he led the production with a budget of 2.35 billion yen, making it the most expensive animated film at the time. Some computer-generated imagery and other digital techniques were used in conjunction with hand-drawn animation. A first for Miyazaki, the film explores themes of environmentalism and societal diversity, partly inspired by Miyazaki's readings into novel historical and cultural studies, and presents a feminist portrayal of its characters. It also blends fantastical elements with its depiction of medieval Japanese history, influenced by the Jitageki style. The score was composed by Joe Hisashi, a longtime collaborator of Miyazaki's. Princess Mononoke was theatrically released in Japan in July 12, 1997, breaking several box office records and attracting large audiences. Suzuki led the film's marketing, then the largest advertising campaign in Japan. Eventually became the highest grossing film in the country. Following a distribution deal struck between Takuma Shoten and Walt Disney Studios, it was the first of Studio Ghibli's films to be released internationally and was given to Miramax Films to be dubbed into English and distributed in North America. Neil Gaiman wrote the translation, making significant alterations for its American audience. The dub underperformed at the box office. As of 2020, the film has grossed $194.3 million through various theatrical and home media releases. Well, yeah, they re-release this movie every fucking year for Ghibli Fest, which should actually be renamed Miyazaki Fest, because they don't show any other what's it called, Ghibli films.
Studio Ghibli films.
Yeah, that are not Miyazaki.
Yeah.
And that's my only gripe with it. Which I don't care. I mean, I don't mind because I love Miyazaki, but like, it's Miyazaki Fest. You don't put when Marnie was there or anything like that.
Yeah. Tales of Earthsea.
Yeah, or Grave of the Fireflies.
There's a reason they don't play Grave of the Fireflies at at a goddamn festival. Let's be real here. You're not trying to depress the audience.
It received a broadly positive critical response in both Japan and the United States and earned a number of major Japanese accolades, including top awards at the Mainichi Film Awards and the Japanese Academy Film Prize. Its sustained popularity and cultural impact have since made it a cult film. And if you guys know about the whole distribution thing with Miramax, you know that this is the film that Harvey Weinstein tried to fuck around.
Wait. I got the trivia here. Trivia here. You want me to read the trivia?
Sure.
When Harvey Weinstein obtained the North American distribution rights to Princess Mononoke, he approached director Hayao Miyazaki and insisted on a shorter version of the film that would be better attuned to American audiences. However, Miyazaki was still so upset by the heavily cut version of his Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, released as Warriors of the Wind, that he angrily left the meeting. Several days later, Studio Ghibli producer Toshio Suzuki sent a katana sword to Weinstein's office with no cuts embedded into its blade. The film was later released in the USA in its uncut version. When asked about the incident in an interview, Miyazaki simply smiled and stated, "I defeated him." No cuts, bitch.
No cuts. That's what happens when you try to mess with. That's what happens when you try to mess with his work.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to the producer though for backing him.
Yeah.
That's some cool shit.
Fuck yeah. So Brad, wow, this is crazy. I'm gonna actually try to make it for this. They are actually going to show Grave of the Fireflies for Studio Ghibli Fest this year.
Oh wow.
Yeah, August 10th to the 12th.
All right, let's make everybody cry in the festival.
And Arrietty is from Miyazaki, right? I don't think so.
I don't think it's from Miyazaki. I think it is Ghibli though.
Yeah, that's okay. So they have 2 non-Miyazaki films this year. Yeah. So, but the rest are Miyazaki. We got great. What's it called? Totoro, Ponyo, Moving Castle, Spirited Away, Boy and the Heron. And I think they have Prince of Mononoke as well, because I saw the fucking trailer for that shit. Yeah, Brad. Oh shit, can't wait for that. I'll watch that. I'll go watch Grave of the Fireflies. Fuck yeah. But Brad, so Brad, you've seen this one before, right?
Yeah, I got the DVD over there somewhere.
Yeah. Once I started this movie, I think I realized I've never seen this one before, Brad.
So this was your first time seeing it?
Yes, I believe so. This was my first time I've ever seen this movie. I thought I've already seen it, but no.
It's been a long time since I've seen this, because there are parts of this where I go, I do not remember that.
Yeah. But I mean, this is really his well, I would say this is this is the one that was the big hit for him in North America. Eventually, right?
I would say it was his big hit that put him on the map before Spirited Away threw him into the atmosphere.
Well, because Totoro's before this one, and Totoro did. I mean,
I feel like Totoro really didn't get popular until his bigger hits, and then everybody went back and watched Totoro and went like, "I love Totoro."
Yeah.
That's how I kind of feel about it. Like, people really got into Spirited Away. Like, people really got in that fucking movie. And Princess Mononoke is another one people got into, and then they went back and they watched all his other stuff, and they're like Porco Rosso. Porco Rosso doesn't get enough talk about it because that movie's fantastic.
Yeah. But because I mean, before this you have Castle Cagliostro, Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind. Laputa.
Nausicaa is terrific, but you can definitely tell his art style upgraded after that.
Yeah, because he had made a good amount of movies before this. Yeah, Castle in the Sky, My Neighbor Totoro, Kiki's Delivery Service, Porco Rosso. Then he makes this. So yeah, I mean, this one's really the one that finally really projects him to becoming this massive international success. Because he had been a success in Japan for a while with this.
Yeah, I think people really took notice of this one.
Yeah.
For good reason.
But what are your initial thoughts, Brett?
This movie's excellent. This movie's always been excellent. I love this movie. I don't think there's a lull through this movie for it being 2 hours and 13 minutes. I mean, it keeps your eyes glued to what's going on screen. The character is very interesting. I would say I don't think I've ever watched this in the original Japanese version, but
Yeah.
I like the dub. My favorite's Billy
I
Bob
like the dub
Thornton.
too, Brad.
Yeah, my favorite's Billy Bob Thornton just because it was so unexpected. I'm like, that fucking Billy Bob Thornton.
And then fucking Keith David.
Yeah, and Keith David there is like, oh yeah. I'm like, oh, Spawn is here. Um, but I think the voices.
Come
Oh,
back here, fatty.
Yeah, Gillian Anderson is in there. But yeah, I mean, I think the voice actors they got terrific. I
Brad,
love.
who was the voice for that girl who like goes up to him in the beginning and is like, "Oh, you're so handsome," and like saying like, "That oh my husband was a fucking idiot," and like, you know,
Was that Toki?
think so.
That was Jada Pinkett Smith.
Okay, she was the only one that I think that her voice was a little bit like doesn't really match like just the tones, like her tone and everything
Hmm.
didn't really work for me with that character. I was like kind of like, okay, I can't this voice doesn't like really match this character to me.
She's not really on the screen that often though. So
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean everybody else does a great job.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Minnie Driver's Lady Eboshi was great.
Yeah.
Claire Danes as San.
Fantastic.
Billy Crudup as Ashitaka. I mean, Leo. Did you know Leo was supposed to be?
Ashitaka?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
Leonardo DiCaprio. Yep.
They couldn't get him?
I guess not. Or he had scheduling conflict. But I think my favorite still Billy Bob Thornton as Jigo. And then Keith David as Okoto, him coming in at the end there really it makes your ears attune. You're like, Keith David?
Yeah.
What? I love the story in this. I mean, it's really, it's always been like, it's let's be real here. This is the humans versus the Earth. Um, that's chopping down trees and destroying the forests, and it's an environmental movie.
I mean, like most of Miyazaki's
A
work.
lot of Miyazaki. I mean, Nazca the Wind was kind of the same way.
Totoro.
Totoro. I mean, there's a whole lot. Like Miyazaki's an environmentalist, and it shows very well through this one specifically. Like it's all out war to try and save, the forest. So, and I think for it being kind of an old school way because the way the art style,
Yeah.
really good. And yeah, I mean, I think you get a lot of emotions out of these characters, and I think it's probably one of his best work, Miyazaki's work. Because I mean, for 2 hours and 13 minutes, you stay glued to this, and then the music on top of that, like
Oh man.
the first 5 minutes just gets you hooked with that music.
Yeah, I
And
think it's my
yeah.
second favorite. My second favorite Hisashi score.
Yeah,
Because to me, my favorite Hisashi score will always be Spirited Away. I think Spirited Away is his best work, and third, 100% would be The Boy and the Heron. I think The Boy and the Heron score is
which
fucking
I still have
fantastic.
not. I still have
Oh
not seen
my
Boy and
god,
the
Brad,
Heron.
you need to do yourself a favor and watch
that.
The Boy and the Heron because I don't know. The Boy and the Heron, like, I would really like to hear your opinion on it because, like, to me, The Boy and the Heron plays like a swan song, but it's also Miyazaki's way of saying, like, I am not done.
Yeah, I still got a little left in me.
I still got a little left. Like, it's
got a
him
few
kind of
rounds
like
to go.
speaking to the audience and saying that I understand that what I've created is bigger than me, and it's a legacy that I'm never going to be bigger than, and I think that I have more to add to it. Even though overall the feeling of the movie feels like a swan song, and it feels like it's him closing the chapter on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I would really like to hear your opinion.
But
on it.
I mean, we really thought that Scorsese and The Irishman.
Yeah.
Like, no,
No.
no. There are certain directors.
No one's ever truly done, Brad.
Yeah, it's like Kubrick. There are certain directors that are just going to die working.
Yeah. Yeah. But Brad, I love this movie. So this is the first time I've ever seen this movie. I really do like this movie. I think it's easily one of the best. Easily one of the best Ghibli films. One of the best from Miyazaki. I think that he just weaves together so many of his constant themes of like environmentalism and of course women in his movies and how much women play a part in his movies. If you've noticed that throughout a lot of his movies,
Women.
very strong women. The women
Very
are usually like the driving force.
Yeah, very very Kurosawa-esque in a way.
Mm-hmm. Women are usually the driving force behind his movies, and they're the reason why things are happening in the movies. And in this one, this constant feud between Eboshi and San is like the heart of this movie. And
And you have basically a man stuck in the middle trying to keep them from fighting, and it just doesn't work out for Ashitaka.
Yeah, does not work out for him. But,
I guess it kind of works out in the end because they do end up like not fighting, but they both kind of lose.
Yeah, but I really do like it, Brad. I think it's a really good movie. I told you about this, Brad. I don't know what the fuck is going on. What was going on with my TV and my sound system?
I know.
But I had a terrible mix on my end that I could not hear a goddamn thing out of my dialogue in this movie. So I was pretty lost at points in this movie. But I kind of do disagree, Brad, with the length. I think you do feel the length, but the story is still good enough that I'm like, okay, like I'm not going to, completely abandon this film. But at points, I do feel like this movie is 2 hours and 13 minutes long.
Well, we all gotta be wrong about something.
Well, shut the fuck up, Brad. You were wrong about Char's counterattack.
Only according to your brother.
Yeah. But what do you think about the? So you watched the dub, right?
Yeah, watch the dub.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
because I like listening to Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah. I watched the dub too, man. So can't hate on that. I love the dubs for these Ghibli films, though sometimes I wish they would like pick different people for different roles. Like, sometimes I feel like some of these roles should go to actual voice actors.
For the most part, though, I was completely fine with who they chose for the voice acting for this movie. I thought they were great.
I think my favorite is Claire Danes. I think she does an amazing job as San.
I think mine might be other than Billy Bob, probably Minnie Driver as Lady Eboshi.
Yeah, she does a great job too.
You can really feel like the air of like superiority, like she knows she's a badass.
Yeah. But man, dude, I think it's a great movie. I'm trying to think about what I want to say, how I want to say this here, but I can't believe that this movie just wouldn't have made the money at the time in the United States, and how, why it wasn't as big, and why it took years for it to get bigger.
1997, I don't know.
7, yeah. I don't know. It's just, to me, it's kind of silly.
1997. I'm trying to figure out like what Disney movies kind of came out during that time. Let's be real. I look at this picture, this theatrical release poster for Princess Mononoke, and I mean, you got a big wolf and you got a girl with blood, looks like blood on her face, carrying a knife. American audiences, especially parents at that time, may not have wanted their kids to see that.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think maybe the dub did have something to do with it, like maybe the translation. I don't know, but I also don't understand why you would get Neil Gaiman to do a translation. Like, why does he have to do it? I don't fucking get that. But yeah. Also, I like the voices for the wolves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially the two younger wolves. Like they got the.
Yeah. What a fucking voice. By the way,
both are like they're both unknown. It looks like.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, I think those were probably created by like effects and stuff, and they had somebody just
And
go
spoke to
into the
him.
role, into the what's it called studio to do that. But man, I like this movie, Brad. Definitely one of my favorites. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy the Blu-ray of this, and I'm gonna rewatch it because I think that I couldn't enjoy it the way that I watched it. Yeah, or maybe when Ghibli Fest, maybe when they show Prince Mononoke, I'll go and watch Prince Mononoke. But
Might be a
yeah,
plan.
this is easily one of my favorite movies from him and from the studio as well, and easily one of the best movies released on the year that I was born. By the way, this is 1997. Easily one of the best ones of that year. But other than that, yes, I think the fucking mix and the length did kind of get a little bit to me. But yeah, also that demon arm was putting in some fucking work, Brad.
Woo! Can't we all
Fucking
have a
bent that guy's sword like into a C.
I don't even want to hear about the guy's fucking sword. He was shooting arrows and people's heads were popping off.
Yeah, fucking crazy, right?
I mean, like, how does a man get two of those?
Yeah.
Just wondering.
Now I want to hear y'all in the comments. So hey, look, if you made it this far into the comments, I want to hear who has a better chance at winning, Asataki's cursed arm or Sasuke's curse mark form. Yeah, drop it in the comments if you made it this far into the video. But Brad, what's your final verdict?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10? Okay.
10 out of 10. I can't find really anything at fault with this movie. So
yeah,
I had good sound.
Shut the fuck up. I didn't. Fuck off. I will give this movie an 8.5 out of 10. It's easily a near perfect film for me if my mix wasn't ass. But I do disagree with Brad when it comes to the length. I did feel the length in this movie. Yeah.
You did.
Yeah. But I see why it's the iconic film that it is.
I'll be sure to ask Miyazaki to send you a fucking sword with no cuts on it.
I'm good, bro. I'm good. But I see why it's the iconic film that it is. I think it's great. And yeah, man. I mean, it's. I can't, picture anybody else like Miyazaki making the movies that he makes, man. I think that he truly is one of the greatest directors of all time. It doesn't matter whether his movies are animated or in live action. The man's made some of the most important works of all time.
Also, he's given us really great memes over the years of him smoking and just having an existential crisis on.
Yeah. He also, brings up one of the biggest lessons I think we can all learn. Like, hate. You can't fight hate with hate, and
just hate yourself.
Yeah, like in this movie.
My spirit animal.
In this movie, the fucking forest animals, they hate the humans, and the humans, hate the forest animals, and it's like nothing gets done. It's how we coexist with each other and how we can tolerate what we do. We don't have to love each other. I think that's truly like one of the biggest things that people get wrong. It's like, oh, we all should love each other. It is so unrealistic that we're all gonna love each other. I think we should tolerate each other. I think we should tolerate each other's existence, leave each other alone, and we'll figure out how to go from there. And I think this movie does a great job of that. What the fuck are you doing, Brad?
I'm trying. So I'm trying to show some of these memes because they're fucking hilarious. So filmmaking only brings suffering. Can't believe I actually want to do another one.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, that was the coolest deer that he was like. I really like the deer that Ashitaka was riding on. He was a cute little deer.
Yeah, the red deer or the red antelope or whatever.
Whatever you want to call it. And the deer god as well.
Yeah.
But with that said, that concludes our review of Prince Mononoke. As always, thank you guys so much for joining us. Keep up to date with us on nerdcore.com, Twitter at nerdcore, Instagram at nerdcore, Letterboxd at nerdcore, TikTok at nerdcore, patreon.com/nerdcore, and Discord link is in the description below. Oh, sorry about that. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss a single video that drops on the channel. If you're listening to us on your favorite podcast app of choice, make sure you follow us on that podcast app and leave us 5 stars. I have not updated the podcast apps in a long time. And ever since Spotify for podcasters or whatever you want to call it now, I remember it as Anchor, started to, tell us to remove episodes because of the songs that we purchased. I don't know, maybe we're just going to start leaving that, to be only on YouTube now.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? The rest of the fucking backlog is on Anchor though. Yeah, man. Thank you as always to our patrons. Without them, none of this is possible. Thank you guys so much for being amazing, and we hope that you all enjoy your early access and you get to chat with us next time. Today we didn't have anybody, but hopefully next time we do have some people. I know I have one person watching right now, so if you're in the chat, say hi, and of course, thank you to everybody for watching. Brad, let's go ahead. Oh no, I'm sorry. Tell them about our executive producer Shane.
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/XSRK or on Twitter at Thrifted.il, or go buy something from the Subby God at depop.com/Prison City Vintage.
Yeah. I don't know who the fuck. I've only known this movie as Castle in the Sky, but apparently it's called La Puta.
No.
La Puta.
No.
Castle in the Sky.
No.
I don't know, man.
No.
On Wikipedia, if you look it up, it comes out as La Puta.
No.
Yeah.
That's almost bad as calling a movie pendeja.
Brad, send him out of here.
All right, Raul. Thank you, being host as always. Thank you to the listeners out there, all our Patreon supporters, all those who join us in future chats. We appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, put Keith, David, and Billy Bob Thornton in more cartoons. Young Yoda out.